नमस्कार। आप सभी लोग अपने अपने घरों पर स्वस्थ रूप से समाज को, अपनी सोसाइटी को इस कोविड-19 से लड़ने की और लड़ने में हेल्प कर रहे होंगे। साथ ही जो भी सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से उपाय बताए जा रहे हैं उनका भी पालन कर रहे होंगे। तो उसके साथ साथ हम आप लोग अपनी पढ़ाई भी कर रहे हैं, जैसा कि आपके फीडबैक्स मिल रहे हैं तो उसको देख के काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है। तो साथ ही तो हम बात करते हैं अपने इकोलॉजी के नए चैप्टर, दैट इज़ द लास्ट चैप्टर, दैट इज़ वी कैन से द एनवायरमेंटल इशूज। जनरली दिस चैप्टर is most important of point of view of examination because it is directly related to our life, means it can be to our society, to all the things, right? In this chapter especially you will studies about the different things about the air pollution and its control, water pollution and its control, solid waste management, agrochemicals and their effects, radioactive waste, greenhouse effect and the global warming, ozone depletion in the stratosphere, degradation of improper resources utilization and maintenance, and the deforestation. Means all the things which are directly related to our environment, how we can capable to maintain our environment. इवनली आप लोग आजकल न्यूज़ में देख रहे होंगे कि कहीं ना कहीं जब से ये लॉकडाउन अपने देश में शुरू हुआ है, दुनिया भर में चल रहा है अलग अलग जगहों पर, तो उसकी वजह से एनवायरमेंटल पे बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट पड़ा है। अभी मैंने न्यूज़ में सुना था कि लुधियाना से अगर कुछ जो हिल एरियाज़ हैं वो बहुत क्लीन दिखाई दे रहे हैं, तो आप समझ लीजिए कि डेविड की जो एनवायरनमेंट की जो पॉल्यूटेड जब एसपीएम सस्पेंडेड जो मेटल थे वो ख़त्म हो गए। अभी एक न्यूज़ में आया कि गंगा वाटर भी इतना क्लीन हो गया है कि आराम से उसके जो तल पे जो ग्रेवल्स पड़े वो दिखाई दे रहे हैं, इवनली हर की पेड़ी पे या जहाँ पे भी गंगा वाटर का जो न्यूज़ में दिखा रहे हैं उस हिसाब से। इसका मतलब क्या है, कहीं ना कहीं वी हैव टू plays a very important role to clean all these environmental things, because generally issues are over there. I mean they are directly and indirectly they can affect on our body. If you are fighting against this COVID-19 you must make your environment clean. अगर आपके आसपास की सफाई नहीं होगी तो डेफिनेटली इफेक्ट कर सकता है। तो उसी तरीके से अगर कंप्लीटली एनवायरनमेंट क्लीन नहीं रहेगा तो उसका इल इफेक्ट्स हमारे बॉडीज़ पे और हमारी स्वास्थ्य पे पड़ सकता है। Means we can say these all things can be capable to affect our body and all organisms body. So if we can talk about the pollution, means what is pollution? We can say generally the undesirable changes in the physical and chemical or the biological characters of any utilizing substances. We can say the according to the scientist Odom, right, he explained about these pollutions that the undesirable changes in the physical and the chemical and biological structures of the soil, right, or the property of the soil, water and the land, right. So whenever these can be changes, especially air, land, water or soil, these properties will changes. So in that condition we can say that is the pollutions, right. Or directly you can say suppose anything is undesirable, suppose you are listening a song and you don't like it, it is just irritating your ears, it is irritating you, so you can say it is not a music for you, that is a only noise pollution in that condition, right. So we can say that according to this the pollution is defined like this one. And if we can talk about the different causes of the pollutions, what are different main causes of the pollution, that we can say the increasing in the human population, as well as the population continues to increases all over the world, right, due to which there lots of changes will occurring in our surroundings. So the main conditions, main thing, that is the population growth, as well as we can say generally there are lots of things, increasing demand of more food. As the population increase the food will increases, demand of food increases, water supply increases, electricity supply increases, more industry will establish for and they're giving their employment, right. So means indirectly the main basic causes of that one, that all the things which are necessary for the development, they are the main causes for the conditions of the pollution. So because of such things, there lots of things can be increases, lots of undesirable change will occur into the environmental conditions. So we can say that is the pollution, right? And there is another thing that is called the pollutants, means the different agents which are responsible, which brings to undesirable changes in the properties of air, land and water. Means that there are different things which can be capable to convert these all things, right? Evenly we can say the according to the government of India, he just passes an act that is called Environmental Protection Act in 1986, especially to protect the improve the quality of the environment in that conditions. India is trying to protect the different conditions, especially the protection for the air, water, and soil. In that condition, they started to make other such protected or Environmental Protection Act in 1986 in that conditions. As we are talking about the pollutants, mean the different substance or chemicals or the anything which can be affect or can capable to bring the changes in our natural balance of environment, that is called the pollutant. And we can say that these pollutants can be classified in different categories, means the different pollutants can be found in different places, right? So on the basis of this can be classified, especially we can say they can be according to their existence in nature, forms in which they are pollutants are persisted after releasing, and the nature of disposal. These can be are different types, right? If we can talk about on the basis of existence, we can say there is a two types, especially on the basis of existence, right? These are quantitative pollutants, means we can say they are different. Quantitative means that they, we can say the different components which can becomes pollutants when there is a concentration reaches beyond, or we can say excessive values of their presence in our environment. Means generally they are required in our environment, but still whenever their persistence, their percentage will increases from there more than that one, then we can say there is such conditions where these can capable to increase their values which can be beyond the threshold values. So we can say as the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, right? In that conditions there is another thing that is qualitative pollutants, right? Means on the basis of qualitative we can say especially that generally these qualitative pollutants naturally are not found over there, but they can be just passed in our environment because of the human activities, right? As you know that lots of insecticides, pesticides, fertilizers are using continuously in our um, fields. So in that conditions this can be increases to different conditions, right? For example DDT and pesticides which can be are known as qualitative. And then we have to talk about the another thing that is called the primary pollutants, means how we can say, means on the basis of persistence we can say that on the basis of the primary pollutant, especially we can say the primary pollutant which can be are added by the environment like the plastic and DDT, right? And the secondary pollutants are those which we can say which can be formed by the interactions of among the primary pollutants more toxic than the primary pollutants. Means whenever these the interactions of the some natural substances with these primary pollutants, they become a very dangerous for our environment, like the pan, right? That is called peroxy nitrates or the ozone one. They can be very dangerous for our. So if we talk about the disposal, means how this can be capable to dispose the nature one, means they can capable to help by the with the help of process that we can say biodegradable pollutants. Means generally the if we talk about the we are talking about the different kinds of pollutants in which we have talked about the only existence, persistence and quality and quantity. Other hand on the basis of their disposal nature, but is it decomposable or not? On the basis of that we can say that the different pollutants which are biodegradable pollutant, we can say they can be degraded with the help of the bioorganisms, right? As we can say, they can also consumed by the help of the heat or the microorganisms. So those all substances are known as the biodegradable pollutants. Especially we can say the sewage and the domestic wastage are over there. And the other hand, they are non-biodegradable substances, means which cannot be degraded, which cannot be decomposed, which cannot be consumed by the nature or natural resources, right? In that condition, those inorganic compounds, especially which contains the heavy metals in them or the radioactive materials, like generally we can say the DDT and the polythene bags, these are very dangerous for our environment, means they are non biodegradable substances in our environment. And we have to talk about the air pollutions, means generally we can say the undesirable changes in the physical, chemical and biological characteristics of air, right? And that can be adverse effects on the human beings, that is known as air pollutions. Or directly you can say whenever the undesirable changes can occurs on the in the air, right, and which can be shows some diverse effects on the human beings, that is called the air pollution. So let's start what are different causes of this air pollution. We have to start about the causes of air pollution. What are different main causes of air pollution? We can say generally the main causes of that is combustion of the fossil fuel, means we can say whenever the smoke from the forest fire or such conditions can be occurs, that can be main causing agents for the air pollution. Evenly we can say the decomposition of garbage resulting in release of unwanted gases into the atmosphere. In that condition also the lots of things can be effect to our or becomes a causes for the such conditions, as we can say the use of leaded petrol, right? In that condition the pollution can also affects, right? And we can say the gaseous wastage particulate by the product of the various industries, like we can say generally whenever you can especially seen in chemical industries, right, pesticides, fertilizers, pesticide, they are also the main cause for the air pollutions. And if we talk about the another thing, metallurgical processing where the minerals and dust are sulfide, they can be just also polluted the air one. And we can say the different industries which can be belonging to the cottons, textiles, wheat flour mills, they can also capable or release some unwanted effects into the air. So they are also the causes of the air pollution. And the welding, stone crusher and grinding, these all are the different places. Evenly I think everybody familiar with this stone crusher. Nearby the stone crusher, the whole plants all they can be get at stone dust are on the surface of the leaf are found over there. If you can do an experiment about this particular conditions about the air quality, you can do the same structures, right? You can just see after the rain why these plants can be so greenish. Why? Because lots of the dust particle can be just stick or found over the surface of the leaves, so they cannot see in their proper color. But after the rain, whenever it is washed away, there is a greenery will increases. This is a one condition, this one, right? Then we have to talk about these air pollutants, right? I mean, they are especially these air pollutants are two generally in which we have to talk about the primary air pollution or air pollutant and their effects. So we can talk about the primary one. The first, that is the SPM, or we can say the suspended particle matter, or we can say particulate metals, right? Especially the soot, fly ash, dust, fur, hair, spores, pollen grains. These are right. While generally in February and in you all have seen up to 19 March in the our school region, the lots of places where the yellowish dust is seen all over the our surrounding. Why? Because of the pollen grains are found all over there in the air, right? So they can make a very large problem in the respiration problems. They can be also accumulate in upper layer atmosphere from the large colored cloud and enter passes solar radiations, right? Lots of things can be happen because of this particulate in primary air pollutants condition. The another thing that is we can say the carbon monoxide, it is also primary one, right? So this carbon monoxide, as I have told you, that this carbon monoxide can capable to dissolve in our blood more fastly in compared to the oxygen, means it can form carboxyhemoglobin, and this carboxyhemoglobin can makes impairs oxygen transport resulting gradiness. Means generally we can say the whenever the carboxyhemoglobin is developed in our bodies, whenever carbon monoxide is dissolved in the blood, that blood cannot be capable to carries the oxygen, due to which the lots of things can be happen to the in the human beings. Means we can say the giddiness, the headache, right? Cardiovascular malfunctioning also seen over there, right? If we can talk about the carbon dioxide, right? Means generally the carbon dioxide can become a greenhouse gases which can capable to increase its role for the global warming, right? And whenever it in excess in our body, there is a headache and nausea can be feel by us. Sulfur, hydrogen sulfide gas also, means generally it can be also effects on our body. It can help for the causes of the diseases malted chlorosis and defoliation in plants. Even we can say it can also provide, it can also itching or also help for the irritations in our eyes, throat irritations, right? Or you can say eyes irritation and the throat irritation, nausea in the animals and human beings. Sometimes such condition can be seen over there. If we talk about the sulfur oxide, that sulfur oxide can always helpful for the chlorosis, asthma, bronchitis, cancer, emphysema, different diseases can be occurred because of this conditions. Or it can also irritation to eye as well as the injury of the respiration tract, right? And it is also responsible for the acid rain, which can responsible for the discolorations and deteriorations of the buildings, sculptures and fabrics and leather, so many things. Evenly if we talk about the nitrogen oxide, right? That nitrogen oxide can also shows the different effects, the same conditions, chlorosis, necrosis of the vegetations. Evenly we can say it causes the irritation to eyes, injury of the respiratory tract, right? So these gases can very dangerous things for the thing, we can say, especially in our surroundings. Evenly there is a nitrogen oxide, that is can be increases a condition that is called necrosis, right? Dieback of plants, generally so many plants can be die one, eye irritations, respiratory troubles, blood conjunctions and the dilations of the arteries, means the arteries can be dilated. And we can say act on the hydrocarbon to form pan, means the peroxyacyl nitrate. Evenly we can say it can also increases the photochemical smoke in our environment, right? Evenly there are lots of small fine particles are also found, that is known as suspended, means these all are the suspended particles in our